Listen, I know I haven't been around much this year, or at all. And I'm sorry. I know now that it was selfish of me to think that what happened hit me the hardest. Because I have no idea.
Ever tell you what happened that day before you called me?
No. What happened?
Nothing really physically happened, but I was sleeping.
Ah, dude, I can't believe that's what you woke up to. That sucks.
Yeah. But before that, I was having all these dreams. And the last one is the one that really stood out to me.
Okay.
You know when you're dreaming and you can feel the presence of other people?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, they're not even talking and you can't see their face.
Yeah, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
So I think all of our friends were there.
Okay.
And we're in this church, walking down an aisle, and it's really fast paced. We're rushing, like we're running late for something.
To be honest with yourself, a few levels of secrecy need to be recognized. There are remembrances that you attain which you dutifully hide from the whole world, with the exception of your closest friends. These revealings are very important, but not nearly as important as the ones you keep solely to yourself. Those are almost always followed by a sigh, and they scatter to find the closest distraction. But the final level is an invisible road. I say that because I'm not entirely sure that it's possible to recognize. These are thoughts that you are too afraid to accept, even while completely alone. I guess they wouldn't even be thoughts, just a byproduct of fear that sits patiently and painfully in your mind. My problem is a singular one, yet double-sided. His face is lonely, and his name is guilt.
Boss isn't dying. Shit.
Oh, dude, my bad. Mom text.
Nah, that's cool. Thought it was this dumb ass mage doing no shit whatsoever. We good.
You wanna do something else?
We could try to find the most disgusting video on the internet.
Probably not today.
We could check out my gifts folder. I had some new ones in there. We could, we could make a video. Watch a movie.
How cold do you think it is outside?
And this is sort of how it went. So we're walking down the aisle, passing all the pews and everything, and there's this giant altar right here, and we just pass right by it. But behind there is a door I would just go through.
Okay, so where are we now?
So once we go through the door, we're this guy's kitchen. You guys are acting like everything's fine, talking really loudly, like banging pots and pans.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
So I got pots on the counter.
Yeah, there
There's
we
a
go.
lot of big pots.
You know, I'm
And I got this fresh seasoned pepper steak right
I would
there in
rather
my
go
room.
to that end.
Yeah, and I'm standing there in terror because I know we're in someone's house and I can't shut you guys up and I can only hear this guy coming down the stairs. So I start to panic and rush towards the back door to get out. And I'm like fumbling with the lock because, of course, it's locked from the inside. At this point, I can only feel the presence of this guy coming down the stairs. It feels like an eternity where I just hear his footsteps going down the stairwell. And you know how people say they can run like the wind when they're scared?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I felt, but I couldn't move. I couldn't get the damn lock open. Eventually, when he gets downstairs, and right as I hear him yell behind me, I open it up and just book it down the street. I was just using everything I got to get away when I got the phone call from you.
Man, I can't believe you were just asleep. It's ridiculous.
It was the worst phone call of my life. And the strange thing was, among the initial feelings of shock, denial, and hopelessness was that same feeling of being paralyzed. I was trying to reach for her, but just couldn't. Woke up from a dream having that relief of escape, only to be faced with that same locked door in real life. But there was no relief. I just couldn't open it.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Amber loved all of you, and the reason I didn't want to see you guys is because you reminded me of her. And I felt like I had to do anything to not think about her. It just hurt too much to look around and see that she was gone.
A couple quick calculations here. Weather.com. What else is the zip code around here?
48089.
Okay. Looks like it is 50 degrees on the dot right now, with a low of 39. 0% chance of precipitation, of course, and...
A little warmer than I expected. We should go to the pine forest.
Dude, it's pretty cold. I'm sweating my computer chair right now. I'm loving every minute of it.
It'd be awesome. We'll bring some cigs, bring fishing poles, to just kick back, relax in the woods.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
There's literally no reason I can think of why we shouldn't go do this.
I don't know. I just like the distractions around here, I guess.
Plenty of distractions in the woods. Where'd you go, man? Did I lose you? You falling asleep on your keyboard?
I don't know about that forest, man. There's too much amber there, and I don't want to deal with any of that shit today.
I wasn't thinking. Just trying to mix things up a little bit.
Pain and pleasure can be found to very different ends, yet whatever the motive, either innocent or premeditated, one characteristic binds them together. They are both very real feelings. Now I'd rather not describe in detail what the death of my favorite person did to me, simply because it is severely personal and dreadfully common. But if I had to choose a word, it would be motionless. The pain numbed me until I could not move, and I laid in my room for months upon months. But pain is an amusing reality. It tests you and then cradles you. My crime with pain was that I was entranced by it. I romanticized the feeling until the imaginary distress surpassed the reality. I welcomed the guilt that preceded with unknowing open arms. I had discarded my friends, and it had left me feeling horrified. A child doesn't realize the small cut isn't the source of their tears. It's the sight of the blood that provokes a panic that illuminates their short-sightedness. I had to move on, and my guilt was bright red. In a last bout of anger, guilt had finally left. The pain settled, and my wound was tended. I flew through the air with a faint idea of where I was going.
Amber deserves to be remembered, and I thought that today would be a good day to find all of you and remember her together. And I know my family's cabin is still open if you guys want to go. This first year is over, and I don't want to be alone anymore. I'm so sorry.
Made some coffee here. This is exactly what I need right now. You just filling her in on the details? Let me see that. What a cutie.
I know, she was adorable. It's you.
Yeah, I look dumb. I look stupid.
You look adorable. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, let's look at other pictures. Please
You don't
stop.
wanna- you don't wanna
No,
keep
I
looking
don't
at-
want to
okay.
keep looking at my dumb face.
Look at this dumb face.
That is a dumb face.
That is the dumbest of faces. You didn't want to. It's been
Yeah.
a while.
Everyone's so busy all the time.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Kind of a shitty day, you know?
What's
Shitty week.
What happened?
I don't know. I used to like wake up and, you know, feel alive and want to get out of bed. But now it's like, why bother waking up? So I can go make coffee for rich people who don't tip. Like, what about my life is so worthwhile right now?
It gets tough sometimes. I know what you mean. Maybe we could always, like, you know, quit your job, go see the boys more. You know, this is all temporary.
Quit my job and then find a new one that I hate just as much. Like,
I guess.
what I need is a rich relative to die and leave me their entire fortune. You laugh, but I'm serious.
If
like,
only.
I guess I just need to get out of the house.
Remember when we were in school and we got into this weird place where we didn't care where we were heading, but at the same time, like, kind of afraid, but, like, still apathetic? I feel like this is similar to that, you know? We just have to do something completely different.
Another 50 years of 8-hour days, 5 days a week, and then what? We get to go to Boca and play Parcheesi? Like, what about that is so appealing? What did you say? We have to do something completely different? Get out of the house? Call up those boys?
Yeah.
I'm into that. Let's do it. Let's get rowdy. Let's get wild. Let's go to the zoo and release all the zoo animals.
We should save the shenanigans for tomorrow, though.
It is late.
Get out of my room.
Remember, you are my best friend, and I love you.
I love you too. Good night.
The city folk, they don't know anything about your eyes or how much I despise them. Your pretty phone, they